Shot record.
Hello guys, Evans here once again and welcome to my channel. Welcome to this video tutorial and welcome to this video on web authoring. In the last video we were looking at data analysis, and now we do the final part of this paper, which is web authoring section. So that's the web page. You work for Hothouse Design and develop a web page for the block paving development of Bobby's Bricks. So efficient markup and style sheets must be used, and all color codes must be in hexadecimal. And so create a new folder called blocks_htm. So we'll go in our work area and create that new folder. We'll call it blocks_html. Okay. And next we are going to go back to the question paper. Locate the following files and store them in your blocks_html folder, which is block CSS and block image and block logo. So let's go ahead and pick up those files. Actually, there are these three files here, and just pick them up and drag them inside there. Excellent. And so that is that. So we have these files ready. So create a web page called blocks.htm. Now, guys, you on the choice of the web authoring package that you can use. There are different packages that you can use. Each of those packages, of course, has got some benefits or complexity or the ease of use, so to say. I've worked with a number of packages: Dreamweaver, Composer, Front Page, Web Expression, and I can say that almost of them have got something in common. But for this video in particular, I'll work with Dreamweaver. And I'm going to work with it with Web Expression, not today though. And I'll also do maybe the section on Front Page, but not today again. So this is just but let me just use Dreamweaver for a start. Okay, so Dreamweaver, and now I must say this section was the easiest in this paper. Okay, so by the way, I was actually working on this paper earlier on, 2 days ago. So I'm just going to start something fresh from the ground, from the start, so that you guys can learn something also. Okay, all right. So I'm supposed to have a class starting up in 5 minutes. One of my online classes, so I'm just going to be fast so that I can attend to my student as well. I'll just text him just to give me a few minutes so that I can finish up this video and have our class. Okay, so like I said, I do take classes, online classes for tuition at a fee. So if you're interested, please do get in touch with me, and I will give you more information on what you're supposed to do. Okay, so now we have a blank web page, but before I begin to do anything, I'm going to build a site. Okay, a site, I'm going to tell a site is more like a folder. I'm telling Dreamweaver to say all my files will be located in this place. So I'm going to go to site and say new site, and I'm going to go to the work area and pick up this folder. That's the folder that contains my files. So I'll select it, and I'll name my site as February/March 2018 paper 3.1. Okay, and I'll say save. The name cannot accept slashes, so I'll put underscore. Okay, so save. Okay, so that is that. Notice that all the three files that we copied are there, so we can use them from here. That makes it easy. So the next thing, I will change it to design view, and I'll start to insert the table as advised. So this is the table that we have. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows by 2 columns. Okay, so go ahead and insert 5 rows. So insert a table, and the table is supposed to have 5 rows and 2 columns. Okay, and now Dreamweaver has a tendency of keeping up their previous settings. Some of you may not have these settings. These were the settings for my previous table because I was working on the same paper. So I still have the settings set there. So you guys set your table width to 900 pixels here, okay? And make sure that it is in pixels and not percentage. And the border thickness, of course, I'll leave it at 1, even though we're told that the final table must not have the border. So you can come back and remove this border. Simply, I'm just using it because of I want to check or change some stuff, yeah. So now we're going to do some merging of cells. Cell A we merge and cell F we merge. So go ahead and merge this table, merge cells, and then go ahead and merge this. Right click and go to table and merge cells. So this is done. Now we're going to add some dimensions or give some dimensions to this table. So notice the cell A dimension 900 by 300, and because cell A is actually the width of the table, so we don't even need to change the dimension for cell A as far as the width is concerned. We just change the height. So the height is supposed to be 300. Just verify that it's 300, not 200. So it's 300, and then the other ones, B, C, D, they have the same properties, so we can work on them. So it's 300 by 200. We can work on them at the same time. So just highlight them at the same time and give them the same property, 300 by 200. Okay, that looks good. And cell F is 600 by 810. So 600 by 810. So cell F is supposed to be 600 by 810. Okay, and the last one is cell E, which is 300 by 210. 300 by 210. So which is the last one here. Just click inside and put 300 by 210. Okay, so it's very easy actually to work with Dreamweaver when you're building or creating tables. Very easy. So each table cells is identified with a letter, and all dimensions are in pixels, and the letters and dimensions shown in the table must not appear in your final web page. The table and cell borders must not appear on the final web page. So that's very important. So you can disable this from the table properties, or you can disable it from the style sheet. That will still be fine. Okay. So for now, I will leave it as it is, and then we'll disable it later on. So what we want is, first of all, to go to the next part of the question. Place in cell A the image block logo.jpg. So in cell A, we insert an image, and the image is supposed to be block logo.jpg. Alternatively, you can just click on the image you want, which is this one, and drag it into the cell you want, and just say okay, and it will fit just that. Okay, that's the beauty of actually having a site defined. Then the next thing is actually the place in cell F block image.jpg. So in cell F is this one, block image.jpg. Place it in there and say okay. Okay. So somebody's trying to call me. I think my class is about to start, guys. I'm gonna have to okay, I'm almost done. Let me just text, just give me a moment. I text a message. My student is already ready. Class starts just about this is 4:51, so class will start in 9 minutes. Okay, I hope I can be done in 9 minutes. Okay, so right, okay. So evaluate the image placed in step 24 for use within this web page, and edit the markup to improve the web page. So you look at the image and what is good about this image, what is not good about this image. you do perform an evaluation. So what I'm going to do is just to insert this image from there. Okay, that's fine. I was wondering why it had to enlarge the. Okay, so that's good. The next thing that you do is when you evaluate the image, so type your evaluation in your evidence document using no more than 100 words. So in our evidence document, let's look at the image first of all. Let's criticize it. Okay, so I like the background because it's about bricks construction and stuff like that. And we have the bricks, the theme, it suits very well with what the company is all about. And even though the image is shrink sort of, it's a shrunk, we need to enlarge the image, and the text is a little bit small, we need to enlarge it. We can use a better background for the text. Red doesn't fit very well with some of the background. Yeah, so I don't know how many marks were there, but depending on the number of marks, so it's 5 marks. So we talked about the background being suiting with the theme, but we've talked about the text being small. We've said we can enlarge the text. We said we said we can enlarge the picture itself, okay, and the image resolution is not good. Notice the text is not clear as you would see this text here. It's looking a little bit, the resolution is not so good. It's looking blurry sort of, I don't know, it's not so good. That should give you 5 marks. Okay, I'm trying just to rush so that I can think. So here we have that's evidence 5. So let's say the background image resonates very well with the company theme. Okay, the text on the image, however, is too small, and the resolution is not so good, thereby making the image not clear. Okay, then we can also talk about the image is is distorted, maybe. Yeah, distorted would be a good word. Distorted. Okay, it can look better if it is stretched a bit. Okay, also we can, okay, so this one could be we are not here to correct English words. We're not here to correct the grammar, so forget about the grammar. So also the text foreground color is too bright. We can use say a darker color, a darker shade or darker color. Okay, so I think this should be enough, guys. This could be more than 5 marks or something like that. You can come up with some of your own reasons as well. I have only 5 minutes remaining to this video, so place the text bricks in cell B, blocks in cell C, and Bobby's homepage in cell D. So bricks in cell B, bricks in cell B, bricks. Then you have no. First of all, we're told we have skipped one part. We're told to edit the markups to improve the image. So let's edit the markup to improve the image. So we can say stretch this image. So go to the code for this image. So go to code, and the image is there. So the image, the width of the image, according to cell F, is supposed to be 600, and the height is already 810. So put this one at 600 pixels. and that should be fine. So go back to design and notice that the image now fits there. But take a look at the resolution for the image that I was talking about. The image doesn't look very clear. It's a very poor resolution. You can barely see the information that is written there. Okay, so that is done. So we need to place blocks in cell C, and then we need to place Bobby's bricks homepage. I'm just going to copy this one. Copy here. Let's see. Okay, Bobby's Bobby's bricks homepage. So then the next thing that we need to do is web edited by, and then that's in here, web page edited by. So it's a two-word, web page edited by, and then followed by your name, center number, and candidate number. And then below this one, we're told to follow center number, candidate number, and then return to top as a new line of text in cell A. So return to the top. Return to the top. Okay, and set this all text as style H1. So go ahead and set this. So just highlight all of them and right click and go to paragraph and set it as H1. Then place an anchor called top at the top of the web page. Make the text return to the top, a hyperlink to this anchor. So at the top of the web page is just actually where the table starts. So right here, I'm going to insert a div. Okay, so insert div, and it's going to be at start or after the tag. So after the tag body, I need to insert an anchor. I'll call it hashtag top. I'll call it top. Okay. No, let me just call it top. Now I don't know if it's capital T or what, but that doesn't matter. So it's just small letter T. I'll call it as top and say okay. So notice that here you have, if you go to design view, you've got a text that goes there, content for class top goes here. You don't need that text there. Okay, so just go ahead and delete it so that even if you go back to design view, at the top of the page, you shouldn't have any text. Okay, so then we need to make the text return to the top as a hyperlink. So insert hyperlink. And then the hyperlink, the target is supposed to be hashtag top. And then, not the target, actually, sorry. The link is supposed to be hashtag top. It's linking to the top, okay? And the text is returned here. Now, say okay. Okay, so notice that the reference is top, okay? So if you go back to the text here, so place an anchor code top there, make the text return to the top, a hyperlink to this anchor. And this is what we've done here. So we've made this a hyperlink and it is linking to top. You can go ahead and test this in the browser and it will work. So center align the table in the browser. So again, it's up to you. You can go ahead and get this table, center align it in the browser. Okay, so I'm just going to select the entire table, go to table properties, and for the alignment, you can use center. So that should be fine. You're not told whether you can center it in the you can center it in the CSS code or what, but that should be fine even here. And you attach the style sheet blocks.css to your web page. So go ahead and attach your style sheet here. Browse to the style sheet and attach it there and say okay. Okay, so that should be fine. The next thing that you are supposed to do is to save the web page in your blocks underscore folder and display in your browser if necessary, resize so that all the page can be seen or text can be easily read and the address bar is fully visible, and take a single screenshot of the browser window and place in your evidence document. So what we need to do now is to disable the border, rather disable the, we need to disable the table border that we have there. So like I said, there are two ways that you can do that. You can either disable this using the table properties by just disabling the border equal to 1, make it border equal to 0. And you can also do it from the style sheet by setting the TD and table, and you set the border to 0. So let's go ahead and do just both, okay? Not both, let's say. So I'm going to say table border collapse, okay? And I will put a tag here called TD, table, comma TD, and I'm going to put a property here to disable the border. So border and border, border, border is supposed to be none, I think. Border none. I hope that works out. Save the style sheet, and let's go back to the design view for this one. Go and view it in the browser in Mozilla Firefox. Save the changes. The web page, we didn't even save it. Oh, by the way, we should have saved the web page. So the name of the web page is supposed to be blocks.html. Okay, so blocks.html. Save. Okay, and that looks good. So the border is disabled. If you zoom in and you go back there, it takes you back to the top. So the anchor is working, so it takes you back to the top. Now we need to zoom out and take a screenshot of this, the entire this, together with the browser, and paste in the evidence document. So paste it in the evidence document as evidence 6. And then next, so next, now we need to attach the style sheet. We're done this one. Take a copy of the HTML source and place this in your evidence document. Okay, so go to code and go to source code and copy it and paste it in your evidence document. And this will be evidence 7. And then lastly, take a copy of the style sheet used and place this in your evidence document. So the style used is this one. I can just even get a copy of this, copy it from there, and in the evidence document. Okay, so that should be fine. Next thing that we're supposed to do is to make sure that you have entered your name and print your evidence document. Okay. Wow. So this has been paper 3. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'm sorry I had to rush because I'm almost 4 minutes late for my class, but my student is waiting for me. So I'll see you in the next video when we look at the June papers. So thank you so much for watching, and God bless you.